Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I just want to go through some of the most exciting Transmog sets that we will be able to get in the War Within and show you a little bit what they look like and explain how you will be able to get them. So I will include sets from all the different type of activities, including for instance PvE, PvP, cosmetic sets and things like that. So I'm not only talking about PvE transmog sets or tier sets. And also here, an important thing for you to remember is the fact that you can now look at all the different sets using only one character. So as you can see here, you can click and then see all the different items that you can use on all your different characters on all the different classes, and same with the different sets. So like that, you have access to really all the different sets for all the different classes, which I think is pretty cool and a really good way for you to see a little bit if some of the other classes have cool appearances or not. So the first Transmog set that I want to include in this list is of course the new Evoker Tier Set for both PvE and also for PvP. And this is, in my opinion, one of the best tier sets we've had in quite some time. So as you can see, you will be able to look like that, and I think it looks really, really nice. I mean, the shoulders, the helmet, and everything else is really nice. Even, for instance, like the back piece with the legs. I think this is overall a really cool set, and you will be able to get it in some pretty cool color schemes. So for instance, here, as you can see, you have the gold version. And then, for some reason, I cannot see the different PvE tier sets, but you can see that you have different colorations available here. So for instance, you have the blue version, which is, in my opinion, also really, really nice. So as you can see, this one will look like that. Again, a really nice one for this tier set. And then you have this one, which follows a little bit the color theme of Dragonflight. And so this is something that, again, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very, very happy with. And as you can see, this is this Elementium a little bit like color, which I think looks really nice as well. So overall, a pretty cool set that you will be able to use on your evokers. Probably some of the pieces will also be available for other male classes, but definitely one of the best transmog sets we will get during the first season of the War Within. After that, another, in my opinion, really, really good category of sets includes some of these different world PvP and world sets for played characters. So you have these different ones right here, and the best one is from the different delves. So as you can see, this is basically a set that looks a little bit like the tier 2 Paladin set, and this is the Arati set from the War Within, and I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. So you will have three different color schemes. The first one, which is my favorite one, is from the delves, I believe. And so as you can see, you will be able to get it from the different bosses and like basically doing some of the different activities in the delves. Then you will have also the PvP one, which is the gold version. And so this one you will be able to either buy the different PvP BOE items from the auction house, or also buy them directly from the vendor with some honor points. And again, this one I think looks super, super cool. And then you have the third one will be by doing some of the different quests and everything. And this one is not complete, but as you can see, it will basically look like that. Another thing that is cool and that is worth noting is the fact that you will also be able to use a few other items with this set. So as you can see here, you will also be able to get these different items from the different renowns. And so for instance, you have these ones right here from the Allowful renowns, and the different items actually match this set as well. So you will be able to do that with these different sets as well. And normally we're supposed to also get a purple version of this really cool set. As you can see, we just have these over off pieces, but this purple version would also be probably incredible. And for this one, I would say that also the male sets are pretty cool. So as you can see here, this is this one right here. And I also do feel like these ones are really nice. I know that usually people are not very satisfied with the different male sets, but this one, in my opinion, looks really clean, really nice. And you have also the three different colorations. And so this is also something you will be able to get exactly the same way. And I think this is another really cool Transmog set that people will be able to use on their different male characters. Another interesting set is something that, again, play characters will be able to use, and this is this Dorn Defendant Armaments. So as you can see, you will be able to get it from some of the different bosses and everything. And overall, I think this is a set that looks pretty nice. This is exactly what you would expect for this expansion. And again, the reason why I like this set is because you will be able to combine it with some of the other off pieces we will be able to get, and mainly these ones right here, as you can see from the Awakened Reputation. And so you will be able to combine that to do this really, really nice set right here. So this one should not be too difficult to obtain. Again, it will be from the different dungeons. And so you should be able to get them pretty easily if you really want these different pieces. And sadly, this is not the same for all the other classes. So for instance, for males, it will look like that, which I think is a bit more disappointing. For levers, it will be this one, which I think looks nice, but doesn't add the same like uniqueness to it. And finally, for clove players, it will be this one, which again, I think is okay, but definitely not as good as the plate one. Another interesting category of armor pieces that I think will make a pretty cool transmog set are these different cosmetic items right here. So normally you will be able to unlock these different appearances right here when unlocking the reputation with the assembly of the dips. And so you will then be able to buy them from the main reputation vendor. And so as you can see, it's only 3 PCs, but next to that, when you will do the different delves, you will also be able to get these other cosmetic helmets right here. So as you can see, you will basically be able to look like that, which I think is pretty cool. There's not yet like the rest of the set. I don't know if they will add the rest of the set, but even if it's just these pieces right here, you can easily then use over like transmog items in order to make it a full set. And I still think it looks really nice, really unique. And so this is something you will be able to do, again, pretty easily when the War Within will launch. Now, in terms of tier sets, there are, of course, a few more tier sets that I think are really interesting. Another one that I want to mention is the Warlock one. So this is what the Warlock tier sets will look like. And in my opinion, this is a really, really interesting one. Especially, normally there is a really cool effect on the shoulders where you have like all these different arms that will spawn in your back. And so overall, I really enjoy this set. And the best version is probably the red one, in my opinion. And as you can see, it will be the normal Gladiator version. The edit version will be this green one. And so if you really like the red one, normally you will be able to get it pretty easily by just doing some PvP activities. Another cool transmog set that you will be able to use on all your different characters is this recolored version of the Plunderlord set from Plunderstorm. And so this time, this is this yellow orangish version that I think looks really, really, really nice. And you will be able to get this version from the trading post. And so as you can see, this is this set right here. So again, this is the exact same set as the one we got from Plunderstorm, but I think this color scheme is another really cool one. So you will be able to get this one from the trading post. And at least if you missed on Plunderstorm or you didn't want to farm the set, you will be able normally to get this one a little bit more easily. Then another interesting categories of cosmetic sets include these different educators knowledge sets. So as you can see, these are a little bit like wizard sets, and these are cosmetics. So it means you will be able to use them on any of your characters. And here I especially like the black, blue, and red version, the red one being my favorite one. I think these different sets look really, really nice, and normally you will be able to get them pretty easily. You will have a vendor in Dorn, the new capital city, that will be selling all these different cosmetic sets, and you will be able to buy them either with the new currency, the new war resources basically from the War Within, or also each time you reach a certain renown with all the different reputations, you will receive one of these items, a gem, and you will then be able to exchange this gem for a cosmetic set from the vendor. So you will normally be able to unlock quite a lot of them pretty easily just by increasing your different reputations and also by doing different activities and getting some of the new resources. Then I also want to include these different Harvest Golem sets that you will be able to get from the trading post and also from other sources. I'm not going to talk too much about this because I already cover them in other videos, but I do think these are some of the coolest cosmetic sets that we've had in a long time. And so I'm definitely happy and looking forward to get them in the game. Right now, they're not yet available in the appearance tab in the game, so I can only show them to you right now like that. But these are really cool sets, and so you will be able to get all of them in the War Within. Now, just before I end this video, there's still like a few over tier sets that I think are worth mentioning. So first we have the Priest one, which I think also looks really nice. So you have this Void version that will be available from the raid. And then you will also have these other versions, especially for instance, the Light one. So this one will be the Elite set from PvP. So as you can see, this one looks also really, really nice. So these different sets are also things that I would consider like really cool Transmog sets. And I'm sure players will be able to do a lot with, especially the shoulders, the helm. So definitely happy to have these sets also added into the game. Then we also have the, I would say, in my opinion, the Mage one. So especially the PvP one, I think looks super, super, super cool. As you can see, this is the normal version PvP. So in my opinion, this is another really, really cool set from PvP, and also you will have different color variations for PvE. Then you also have the Rogue one. I think this one is also something that probably a lot of people will enjoy getting. So as you can see, you have, for instance, this one right here. This one looks a little bit more similar to a lot of things we've already had in the game, but still I really like the headpiece and, you know, this voidish appearance on this specific one. And the last one that I'm sure some of you are going to disagree with me, but still I'm going to include it in the list, is actually the Warrior PvP normal set, this one right here, simply because I love the color on this set. I think the colors are really cool. I do think the set overall is pretty nice. It's just that some of the overcolorations are not as good. For instance, this is the Elite set. I don't think it looks as good. But this red and silver version right here is something that I will definitely get and that I think is really, really nice. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to go through some of them because I'm actually excited for some of these different sets. I think some of them are really, really cool. Let me know in the comments what you think, if also there are other sets that you think would have been worth mentioning in this list. And overall, if you're excited or not for the War Within and for some of the new appearances that we will receive. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!